What's up, y'all? Today we talking about, would they be a good, godly spouse for you? I think that's a question that's very important that we need to ask ourselves. But I'm asking you that. Do you know that that person that you're interested in, that person that you're attracted to, that person that claims that they're godly, that person that claims that they're intentional, that person that claims that they'll be a good, godly wife or godly husband, would they be a good, godly spouse for you? How do you know that? What has been revealed to you that that person would be a good, godly spouse to you? Have you seen? Has it been backed up? Can you see it? Can you see that they're godly? Can you see that they're godly? Have you asked them the right questions? Right? Because this might be the starting stage, the communicating stage, the friendship stage, the dating/courting stage. Have you asked the right questions? Right? Do you know for sure that they would be a good, godly spouse for you? Now, the reason why I'm asking this is because, again, y'all know I make these videos, and this is very important to me, but this is very important to God, right? That you choose someone who follows him, right? Look at Isaac and Rebekah, right? Were they not following God first? So we need to be able to choose someone who we know is godly, not somebody who goes to church, not somebody who's traditional, a traditional Christian. But notice I didn't say Christian. Of course we're Christians, but are they godly? Right? When you look in the Bible, when you look in the New Testament, Paul talks about people being godly. That means living a godly lifestyle. That means literally choosing God in their life. That means literally walking it out. You can see that they live a holy life choosing God. Do you know that? Do you want to know that? Huh? Do you not just want to think it? Do you not just want to believe it just because they go to church? Just because your family said this? Do you want to ask the right questions? Do you want to know how to observe, to figure this out? How to observe this person? How to discern this? For one, ask God to reveal it to you, right? That's one question we need to ask. God, reveal to me that this person is from you. Reveal to me, reveal your spirit inside of this person. If you can see Jesus, and then you can see that person, and you can literally see some of Jesus inside of that person, not church, but Jesus, his characteristics, his spirit, then guess what? That person more than likely follows God in some type of way. But would they be a good, godly spouse? Do they know how to be a godly spouse? Not just somebody who follows God, but yes, the more you're closer to God, the more you're a godly spouse. But there's ways of figuring this out. Have you asked the right questions? Do you know if they know how to love? Do you know that they know what love actually is? Do you know that they know how to be a partner in a relationship? Would they die to themselves? Would they be willing to give up everything to love you, no matter what? Yes, that's what marriage is. I'm sorry. That's what a godly relationship is, because it's a picture of a relationship with God. Just like Jesus died in a marriage, in a godly marriage, what we supposed to do? The same thing Jesus did for us. That's why we choose God. That's why we are servants. Are they a servant? Can you tell if that person has a servant's heart? Right? Because Jesus was a servant. So I'm saying this because these are questions that we need to ask. And again, y'all, these are questions that we need to ask. And I wrote a book called The 100 Kingdom Relationship Questions, where I have a whole list of questions, 100 questions. I could even add more if I wanted to, but it's 100 kingdom relationship questions that we can ask people that we are in relationships with, people that we are attracted to, someone that we are thinking of a potential partner, and we want to see and make sure if that person truly follows God and if they are kingdom marriage ready. Don't you want to know if somebody is ready to be in a godly relationship? Don't you want to avoid getting in a relationship and later realizing this person isn't a true godly person, later realizing that this person doesn't have love inside of them, later realizing that this person doesn't choose God, later realizing that this person isn't really abstaining. They was just talking. How many relationships have you been in where you realize this person is not really like this? They was lying. They're a counterfeit. They're a distraction. But don't you want to figure that out beforehand? Especially before getting in a marriage. You know how many people I know got into a marriage and realized this person doesn't really choose God? Or this person was a pastor and this person don't even read their Bible. Or this person claims to be this way or went to church every week. And they never think about God. They never choose God. This person is so hateful and evil and prideful. Like they ain't selfless at all. Why would they do this? Jesus would not do this. The person doesn't even think about God. They don't even have conviction. Would you want to later realize that this person has no conviction at all? That this person hardly even prays? Huh? Do you want to realize that later on? Or do you want to realize that now? Do you want to figure that out? Huh? Would that person really be a good godly spouse is what you need to figure out. This is what God comes to help us see. The closer we get to God, the more we can see better. Right? Because God opens our eyes to what we were blind to. The world blinds us to God's truth because the world's truth, which is really a lie, makes us seem like this is normal or people are just supposed to be like this. But then once we see who God is, we're like, hold up, people not like this. But guess what? We start to become more like God because when we follow Jesus, we start to be more like him. His spirit dwells in us that causes us to be. And the Spirit helps us to be more like him. So that means those who truly follow God, those who can truly be in a godly relationship and godly marriage will be more like God, will be more loving and caring, will be more understanding, more sacrificial, more patient, more faithful, more truthful, right? More compassionate, more empathetic, more willing to give up themselves. A person who truly chooses God. Don't you want that? So why don't we try to figure out ways to do that, right? And again, I got the 100 questions. Y'all could definitely call me if you need. But in general, just in general, y'all, we need to be wiser and understand that it's not just that person. Because sometimes these things happen. We'll get with somebody and then realize, oh, they not really like this. And they said they was like this. And then we try to blame it on them. Just like Adam and Eve did. When God came to Adam and Eve, they blamed each other and blamed the devil. Not neither one of them took accountability, responsibility. Not neither one of them looked in the mirror. God wants us to see. That's why when you look in the Bible, it consistently talks about people eyes being open and people being blind. This is why Paul, who was Saul at the time, eyes was open. He was blind to the truth. He couldn't actually see the truth, but Jesus opened his eyes. So God will reveal these things if we come to him and if we know the questions to ask, because we need to make sure that this is a godly spouse, a good godly spouse for us. We need to make sure that we're making the right choices beforehand so that we don't got to go through all this heartache, all this calamity, all these issues, right? The person don't got to be perfect, but are they godly? Are they willing? Are they truly trying to follow God? All right? That's what we got to ask ourselves. Again, y'all, check out the 100 questions. I got the mini free ebook down in the description as well. So y'all can check out a preview of the 10 questions that will help you see if somebody is a counterfeit or if they're God sent. And these questions will reveal if this person is ready to go into a godly marriage or not. All right? I hope this helped y'all in some way. I hope it helped y'all think in some way. I really hope that the questions help y'all. I hope all my videos help y'all, and I hope that y'all consistently stay here and we keep growing together and helping each other, all right? I ask that y'all please hit the like button. Please share this video, and please subscribe if you are not subscribed. I thank y'all. I love y'all. I'm going to get at y'all when I get at y'all.